Weir, and I gotta tell you, I love life. But when I'm not being a husband, a father, a grandfather, an author, or a practicing chiropractor, I'm the host of the television show Loving Life with Dr. Tim Weir. I love to cook. I love to travel. I like to spend time with people who do what they love and love what they do. Join me and Elvis for the next 30 minutes as we help you discover how to love life. Hey, welcome to this week's episode of Loving Life. We got some great things planned for you, so you don't want to change your channel. You want to stay right where you're at and find out how you too can start loving life. Welcome back. We're in Clearwater, Florida, and you know how I love going places that are kind of hidden, nobody knows about. Well, everybody knows about Nauti Nancy's here, but you probably don't in California. And so we're at a place here in Clearwater called Nauti Nancy's, and I'm with Nancy herself. Nancy, thank you for being with me.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Tell me a little bit about Nancy.
Well, Nancy is a New York transplant to Florida.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I am, actually, I guess I'm a native now because I've been here since 1978.
Yep.
I spent my first 30 some odd years as a wallpaper contractor in Florida. Loved the business. It's immediate gratification.
Yeah.
And it was very good to me financially, and I just took a lot of pride in my work. And like I said, I mean, made a lot of people happy.
Yeah.
You know, refurbishing homes. And then in 2008, the economy did what it did. And I could see the writing on the wall that everything in construction was going to take a dive. And I knew that by the time it recovered, I was going to be way too old to go back to that business.
Yeah.
And the only other thing I knew how to do was cook.
Really?
And here I am.
So you opened up when?
I opened up in March of 2010. March, we're going to start, you know, our 7th year. It's been a long ride.
Yeah.
Our location, a lot of people thought I was crazy to open up in this location because it was a kind of a problematic neighborhood. But I could see that it was going to change because we're a couple blocks from the water, and Pinellas Trail came through, which is a wonderful trail that goes all the way from St. Petersburg, Florida, all the way up to Tarpon Springs, and is used by hundreds of thousands of people. And we're happy to be off the trail. We are a stopping point for people for water and food and beer and sometimes just to rest.
Yeah.
Or fix their flat.
Now this used to be what?
Well, back in the day, there's rumor that it was a juke joint. The building was built in 1920. The history that I know about it is that there was a family, local family, that had it right before me. And they essentially did soul food. And from what I understand, there were lines around the building every Sunday for their oxtails and their fried chicken and chitlins, and she did a wonderful job with it. I mean, the city workers were all up here for lunch, and unfortunately she got sick.
Oh wow!
And she, her husband, made her, you know, give the business up and focus on her illness. But and at the same time, I was looking to make a change.
Yeah.
And I always liked this building. I used to pass it when I towed my boat down to the marina, and it always reminded me of a place that should be either in Key West or New Orleans. And I remembered it, and I said, you know, I'm going to take a ride past that place, and it was available.
Wow.
And here we are.
Isn't it amazing how people call it happenstances, but
That's a very good word.
It's just things happen in the right time at the right place.
It's a very good word. And I'll tell you, I was on the fence for quite some time about it. And when I finally was close to pulling the trigger,
yeah,
I came over to look at the building, and I wanted to look at the roof and see what was going on with the roof, you know, and I walked across the street to borrow a ladder. And when the guy opened the door, it was a guy I had known for 40 years as of today that I hadn't seen in 20.
Oh, wow.
And I said, this is an omen, you know?
Yeah.
And I got up, I looked at it, and I said, okay, I gotta make a move.
Yeah.
And I started painting the building.
Yeah.
And that was essentially the beginning of Naughty Nancy's.
Yeah. Now, I talk to people all the time because, you know, people say, well, I want to do my own business and I want to, it's not easy.
It's long hours, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, the wall covering business was a physical business.
Right.
But I was able to, I had weekends off.
Yeah.
I mean, not always. I had deadlines I had to meet. But for the most part, my day was over at a certain time. Your day is never over in the restaurant business.
Oh, absolutely.
So I don't know if I went in eyes open as to the hours I was going to put in. But I adjusted, and we've come a long way, baby.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, from when I first opened up, and you know, we'd have, you know, it was ugly. A couple people a day, because nobody wanted to come up here, which I don't blame them. But and now we've, you know, we're the talk of the town.
Yeah.
So I'm fortunate. I'm lucky. The food got them here.
Yeah.
And the wonderful staff kept them.
That's cool.
So
that's really cool.
that's what our basis really is our food. We pay a lot of deep attention to detail, and our food is really good.
Well, don't change your channel because we're going to come right back. You've met Naughty Nancy. Now let's talk a little bit in a minute about the food she serves. Stay right there.
Just because you're in an accident but didn't ride in one of these doesn't mean that you didn't get injured.
Hello, I'm Dr. Tim Weir, and after 35 years in practice, I can tell you a lot of times an injury doesn't show up for 2 to 3 days after an accident. So if you've been in an accident, don't delay any further. Call my office today.
Raleigh Spine and Injury Chiropractic. Just when you thought nobody cared. Call 790-1332 right now.
Uptone Pictures is a full-service script-to-screen production company which can help you create the proper messaging for any number of applications. With spacious state-of-the-art studio offering green screen, mocap, and practical stages, along with a team of professionals who will make you and your business shine. So what are you waiting for? Call us at 919-649-3587 and schedule your appointment today. It's time we put your imagination into motion.
Hi, this is Dr. Tim Weir from the Loving Life TV show. One of my family's favorite places to eat is Milton's Pizza. If you like good pizza, I'm telling you, they serve the best pizza around. Their salad bar, second to none. Our family is gluten-free, and we can eat there quite easily. You're gonna love Milton's. Take the time to go there and tell them Dr. Tim sent you.
We are Milton's Pizza, and you are watching Loving Life.
I've been in an accident and I don't have insurance. I don't know what to do.
I was in an accident and I don't have insurance. Now what am I going to do?
Hi, this is Dr. Tim Weir, and if you've been in an accident, but you don't have health insurance, it's okay. We accept third-party liens. That means we'll wait for the insurance company to pay us. So if you've been in an accident, call us today.
Raleigh Spine and Injury Chiropractic. Just when you thought nobody cared. Call 790-1332 right now.
There are people, there are circumstances all around you that are constantly trying to push in on you. I call those pressure points. And when that happens, their whole goal and their whole idea and the whole idea of those circumstances is to push you down and to make you feel small. You literally feel like you're in a small box. Here's a little key. I call it shoving your pressure points out. I love doing it at the beach, but you can do it anywhere. If you'll do this, right where you're at, envision a box all around you. And all those four corners of the box have these little balls. They're little balls. There's one right here, there's one right here, there's one behind you, there's one over here. There are also four, one down by your feet on either side. And push those pressure points out. That's why I love to come to the beach, because if you look here on the beach, you'll see there's absolutely just clear horizon there. Sometimes I just sit here and I push my pressure points out. If somebody's trying to push them in, push them out. Push it out that way. Push it out and envision the earth going around, and you're going to push that pressure point down there. And whatever situation that you're dealing with right now, I want you to just envision that in your mind. Now I want you to take that pressure point and start pushing it out. Push out this one. Push out that one. Just close your eyes if you have to and start pushing those pressure points out. And you're going to feel yourself begin to release. And pretty soon the people who've been trying to push in on you, they're not going to be able to push that in anymore. And guess what? Pretty soon they start where they're not even going to bother with you anymore, because it's not worth it. Remember, it's all about choices. Choose to push those pressure points out. Choose not to take the box anymore, but you're going to push it out. You're going to take control. You're going to make the choices, and you're going to take control of your life. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Okay, so we're back at Naughty Nancy's in Clearwater, Florida. I'm joined here by my brother Mike, and these are what you call your signature dishes, what you're known for.
Yes, sir.
Tell me a little bit about them.
Well, in the front are my shrimp and grits. It's a South Carolina recipe, often made, never duplicated. I have one customer that every time he walks through the door, he tells me this is the 13th or the 14th or whatever time he's had it somewhere else where it wasn't as good as mine.
Wow.
And I get that a lot. It's a lot of people, it starts with bacon. Everything, you know, and if you're not a bacon eater, I've had people come in and say, I'll have the shrimp and grits without the bacon. And I go, well, I think you need to order something else, because it's one of my signatures.
Yeah.
And it all starts with the bacon. So if you're not going to have the bacon, you need to eat something else, right? The second dish, I call it a 444. It's essentially a white wine and garlic sauce with clams, mussels, and shrimp. We serve it over linguine with garlic bread. It's quite tasty. The third dish is shrimp and roasted red peppers and capers and spinach and artichokes in a sauce that's, I guess, the best described as it's between a hollandaise and a piccata. And that is served over linguine as well.
Now this is actual dishes here. This is not.
Oh yeah, this is not beefed up for the camera. Those are our portion sizes.
And you can attest. Okay. Mike passed the test.
Nobody has ever left here hungry, I can say that.
For sure. So we're going to try a little bit of this here. Mike grabbed some of that there. Now, you started cooking when? Have you always cooked?
I've always cooked. My mother was a big cook. My grandmother was a big cook. And we were always, you know, on the beach or at a beach house. So there's lots and lots of seafood recipes.
Right.
We also, my family celebrates the 7 fish every Christmas Eve.
What's that?
So it's
You stole the spoon, man. See?
Yeah. He's hungry.
Yeah.
It smells good.
I've eaten here before. I know it's good.
The 7 fish, it's kind of an Italian tradition. Each course represents a Catholic sacrament. And some people do 7 fish. Some people do 13, which represents the apostles and Jesus. Some people do 12 because they take,
Judas out of it.
out of the picture. However many courses, it's usually Italian seafood recipes. And so many years at home doing that, because we traditionally really never did the same thing every year.
Right.
Also donated a lot of the recipes to Naughty Nancy's.
Wow. Now, let's talk real quick about this. You're in Clearwater and you want to go fishing, but you're staying in a hotel. You go deep sea fishing. What do you do with this fish?
Well, what we do is we have a hook and cook policy. The captains on the boats that they fish on fillet their fish and they ice it down, and then they bring it to us, and we cook their fish for them several different ways. We take the worst of the fish and we beer batter that, and the next best fish we blacken, and the very good fish like hogfish and grouper we do in a light lemon butter with capers. And then of course each of the fish come differently. One, like the blackened, we usually serve over a Creole rice. And the beer batter, obviously we send it out similar to fish and chips with the coleslaw and the fries. And then the grouper and hogs, snapper, if we do it in a lemon butter, it goes out over pasta.
Wow.
And then of course we always end all of our meals with our complimentary homemade beignets, which you'll get after you finish all your food.
Unbelievable. It's so good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now, Mike, you've been coming here for quite a while.
Quite a while.
Now, this has capers and stuff in it too.
That has capers and artichokes and roasted red peppers and spinach and then of course we do vegetarian dishes. It's limited, I have to admit. Our food is very, very good. How hard healthy it is, but you got to cheat every now and then. So we're your cheat
We're all
place.
gonna die sometime. Okay, don't change the channel. We'll be right back.
Just because you're in an accident but didn't ride in one of these doesn't mean that you didn't get injured.
Hello, I'm Dr. Tim Weir, and after 35 years in practice, I can tell you, a lot of times, an injury doesn't show up for 2 to 3 days after an accident. So if you've been in an accident, don't delay any further. Call my office today.
Raleigh Spine and Injury Chiropractic. Just when you thought nobody cared. Call 790-1332 right now.
Uptown Pictures is a full-service script-to-screen production company which can help you create the proper messaging for any number of applications, with spacious state-of-the-art studio offering green screen, mocap, and practical stages, along with a team of professionals who will make you and your business shine. So what are you waiting for? Call us at 919-649-3587 and schedule your appointment today. It's time we put your imagination into motion.
Hi, this is Dr. Tim Weir from the Loving Life TV show. One of my family's favorite places to eat is Milton's Pizza. If you like good pizza, I'm telling you, they serve the best pizza around. Their salad bar, second to none. Our family is gluten-free, and we can eat there quite easily. You're gonna love Milton's. Take the time to go there and tell them Dr. Tim sent you.
We are Milton's Pizza, and you are watching Loving Life.
I've been in an accident and I don't have insurance. I don't know what to do.
I was in an accident, and I don't have insurance. Now what am I gonna do?
Hi, this is Dr. Tim Weir, and if you've been in an accident, but you don't have health insurance, it's okay. We accept third-party liens. That means we'll wait for the insurance company to pay us. So if you've been in an accident, call us today.
Raleigh Spine and Injury Chiropractic. Just when you thought nobody cared. Call 790-1332 right now.
say is wow. The food is absolutely fabulous. We're going to end up with something called beignets. What is a beignet?
It's a fried dough, if you would. They are very famous in New Orleans at Café du Monde. The New Yorkers actually very similar product. In New York and northern areas, they're called zeppelis, very big in the Italian neighborhoods. And we just started out giving them away as a complimentary thank you dessert at the end of the meal, and it stuck.
Do you have other desserts?
Yes, we do. We have a bread pudding that is out of this world. It's a hot bourbon sauce over the top of it. I would bring you a big slab, only today's the first day we're open since Christmas Eve, and the bread pudding flew out the door for Christmas. And we're in the process of making some more, but it's not quite ready yet.
And then there are beef dishes and other kinds, not just seafood.
We have a specials menu every day, which people think I'm out of my mind because it's usually got 10 or 12 items on it. And it's because I have so many recipes that, I mean, my menu would be an encyclopedia.
Right.
So I do the specials every day so that there's an array of different, you can eat here every day and never have the same thing.
Wow.
And usually on the weekends I do some type of either a prime rib or ribeye steaks, or, you know, we've done stroganoffs and things along those lines. We do a pork stew that's out of this world. We do chicken and dumplings. We do, you know, beef stew. I mean, we do a lot of get down and get dirty, kind of home cooking.
Home cooking.
And we're known for our gumbos and our jambalayas and our Creole sauces, and it's kind of seasonal. You know, I do the lighter things, you know, the fish and stuff during the summer and the spring, and then during the winter we're heavy, you know, Creole and gumbo and jambalaya.
Wow. Thank you for letting me be here today.
No, thank you for choosing
awesome.
The only difference between this and Key West is the food is better here.
Well, thank you, Mike.
You heard it from the expert.
Thank you, Mike.
Listen, if you're going to be in Clearwater, Florida, I'm telling you, you better put this on your little bucket list and make sure that you're a guest here. Don't change the channel because we got more show coming up, and we're going to have a good time. I love testimonials from people about, for example, if you go by somewhere and buy something great and you love it, people write a testimonial about that. Somebody wrote me a testimonial about being a patient in my office. I'd like to read it to you. This is not actually what he wrote it to me on. I've made it a little bit bigger so I could read it for you, but let me just read this. My treatment here I didn't think would be much fun, and was still sad about my car being totaled and in constant pain. Being treated here not only took away my pain, but it also took away my fear and doubt as the weeks went on. I always look forward to coming here every day. Dr. Weir and the others were very nice and kind to me. They slowly made me smile and happy to come here every morning. Coming here slowly became a part of my daily routine, and not only will I enjoy and miss these memories, I'll always come back if I ever need it because I'm in pain. Thank you for being the best. You know, you don't always know what people are going through, how they feel. Co-workers or whatever, you think they're just being grumpy. They might be in really a lot of pain, or they might be going through some stuff emotionally that you don't even know. Just be kind. You know, one thing I think we're missing more and more in the country is manners. People just don't have manners like they used to. Put on your kind face and just talk to people nicely. The other thing I took away from this, I love doing what I do. I love being a chiropractor. I love sharing what I know with other people and helping them overcome pain. Life is all about choices. Maybe you got some choices to make. Maybe you need to find out what you need to do so that you can do what you love and love what you do. If you haven't got my book yet, Mastering the Art of Success, I talk about some of that. Remember, you come by my office, I'll give you a free copy. Life is all about choices. This patient made a choice, came in to see me, changed his life. Changed the lives of others around you. Thanks for being a part of Loving Life. We'll be right back.
Just because you're in an accident but didn't ride in one of these doesn't mean that you didn't get injured.
Hello, I'm Dr. Tim Weir, and after 35 years in practice, I can tell you a lot of times an injury doesn't show up for 2 to 3 days after an accident. So if you've been in an accident, don't delay any further. Call my office today.
Raleigh Spine and Injury Chiropractic. Just when you thought nobody cared. Call 790-1332 right now.
Uptown Pictures is a full-service script-to-screen production company which can help you create the proper messaging for any number of applications, with spacious state-of-the-art studio offering green screen, mocap, and practical stages, along with a team of professionals who will make you and your business shine. So what are you waiting for? Call us at 919-649-3587 and schedule your appointment today. It's time we put your imagination into motion.
Hi, this is Dr. Tim Weir from the Loving Life TV show. One of my family's favorite places to eat is Milton's Pizza. If you like good pizza, I'm telling you, they serve the best pizza around. Their salad bar, second to none. Our family is gluten-free, and we can eat there quite easily. You're gonna love Milton's. Take the time to go there and tell them Dr. Tim sent you.
We are Milton's Pizza, and you are watching Loving Life.
I've been in an accident and I don't have insurance. I don't know what to do.
I was in an accident, and I don't have insurance. Now what am I gonna do?
Hi, this is Dr. Tim Weir, and if you've been in an accident, but you don't have health insurance, it's okay. We accept third-party liens. That means we'll wait for the insurance company to pay us. So if you've been in an accident, call us today.
Raleigh Spine and Injury Chiropractic. Just when you thought nobody cared. Call 790-1332 right now.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. Listen, go to our website, www.drtimweir.com. Look at all of our stuff on there, and then leave me a little note. Tell me you're watching. Tell me where you live, because this goes all over the country. I want to know where you're watching. Keep loving life. That's what it's all about. Until next time, I'll see you then.
Do you like seafood?
Oh, you know I do.
Okay, good.
Get that bacon in there.
Beignets.
Beignet?
Beignets.
We're gonna open up one down the street in nasty, nasty Nancy's.